Thank God I'm no longer part of the media. They have just committed suicide. This election has destroyed whatever shred of credibility anyone in the media had left. They are so hell-bent on stopping Donald Trump before Election Day that they will lie, that they will create hoaxes, that they will just totally bastardize the truth, and they will do it in a way that is not only dishonest, but totally disgusting. And I almost don't even want to show you. I almost don't even want to show you what the Drudge Report posted about President Trump after his rally in Wisconsin, but I'm gonna, because I feel like it's my job to let you know just how terrible and horrible and awful and no good and very bad these people in the so-called media actually are. If you have small children in the room, tell them to avert their eyes. If you're at work, this is NSFW. If you are just sensitive to anything that is sexual in nature, it's time for you to maybe go watch Coco Melon. Here is what the Drudge Report posted this morning after Donald Trump's Wisconsin rally. Blowing it. Trump simulates oral sex on stage. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, why would Donald Trump do such a thing? Oh my gosh, is Donald Trump trying to lose the election? This seems like it would be offensive to female voters. This seems like it would be offensive to Christian voters. This seems like it would be offensive to, well, a lot of people who may or may not have made up their mind yet about who to vote for in the election. And that is exactly right. That is exactly the point of this particular headline. In big, bright red letters, Donald Trump at his rally with the subject line, blowing it, Trump simulates oral sex on stage. And if you click it, it goes to a post on X, that shows a video clip from Donald Trump's rally, which has been edited to make it seem like Donald Trump is doing what the Drudge Report just told everybody he was doing. Fun fact, he was not. It's a lie. It's a hoax. It's propaganda. The Drudge Report is one of the worst websites in the entire world. The people behind it have sold their soul to the Socialist Party of Democrats, and they are working in tandem with the far left to try to defeat Donald Trump in any way and any means necessary. And if it means lying and cheating and creating false narratives and hoaxes and saying Donald Trump is simulating, simulating oral sex acts on stage, then so be it. They don't care. They will do whatever it takes to make sure that Donald Trump loses. Here is the clip that the Drudge Report linked to. Now, keep in mind, this is selectively edited. This is not at all what Donald Trump was doing. And the imagery that you could, I guess, imagine from this particular clip is not accurate to the reality of the moment. Again, I warn you, if you've got little kids, you might want them to go away because you're going to have some splaining to do. Now, a dirty, filthy mind, somebody who's looking for the worst in humanity, somebody who has no soul, like the Drudge Report, would look at that clip and say, wow, Donald Trump's doing some nasty stuff. Donald Trump's getting freaky with that mic. Donald Trump's out there at a rally, and there's kids there, and there's women there, and there's Christians there, and Donald Trump's in the heart of Wisconsin. He's trying to get votes, and look at this dirty, nasty stuff he's doing. Yeah, but that is not at all the story. And any legitimate journalist or any legitimate publication would not fabricate this kind of narrative. Donald Trump has been having trouble with his microphones at his rallies. And trust me, audio is very important when you're giving a speech, when you're recording a video, when you're at a rally, you're trying to talk to multiple people in a large arena like the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where they held the RNC. You need a good quality microphone. Audio is very important. People will watch a bad video as long as the audio is clear, but they will not watch a crystal clear video if the audio sounds horrible. Your ears are much more sensitive than your eyes. And Donald Trump was having a situation with this microphone, and it wasn't the first of the day, so he was a little annoyed. And he ripped the microphone out of the stand, at which point the crowd erupted. And here is the full unedited clip so you can see exactly why Donald Trump was motioning toward the mic stand the way he was.
But I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. The only thing I ask for is a good mic. And did you notice I came in today, I said, and you know, this is after 4 of these things. I've been, in all fairness, I mean, I'm a human being, right? I come in, and here's the problem. I said, oh, man, it's too low. I said, it's too low. So I had to go. Way too low. Way too low. So I walk in, I said, there's nothing worse than I walk in like this, and I'm, did you notice? I was bending over like this. Hello.
Donald Trump exposes the media once again. He comes in and he says, I've got problems with the microphone, and I'm leaning toward the microphone. I'm like, hello. There's an issue. This is good. This isn't good. So they take that clip, they pinpoint that one moment, they put it on the internet, and they try to claim that Donald Trump is doing something.
So I had to go.
This is why nobody trusts the media. Yesterday, it was Donald Trump supposedly putting Liz Cheney in front of a firing squad and executing her with 9 guns pointed to her face. That was easily debunked by releasing the entire clip where Donald Trump said she's a warmonger, she's a war hawk. She wants to send our young men and women overseas to fight these wars in countries that they don't care about, that we don't care about, that we have no business being in. Let's see how she'd like it if somebody sent her to war. And she's standing there on the battlefield with guns pointing to her face. It had nothing to do with a threat. It had nothing to do with executing her. Although, you know what's happening now. They have, and this is truly ridiculous. After the Liz Cheney hoax was perpetrated by the mass media, after they tried to convince people that Liz Cheney was under a threat, that Donald Trump threatened the life of Liz Cheney when he was discussing how much of a warmonger she is, the media went out and, you're not going to believe this, the Arizona Attorney General, you will actually believe this, the Arizona Attorney General is now investigating Donald Trump for threats against Liz Cheney.
Bram Resnick, the political anchor and reporter from our NBC affiliate in Phoenix, KPNX, joins us. Talk about this breaking news regarding Donald Trump's comments that he made about Liz Cheney in Arizona last night. The Attorney General is responding?
That's right. I just spoke to Attorney General Chris Mays about 2 hours ago for the taping of my Sunday show. She told me she just gotten off the phone with her criminal division chief, and she was investigating whether what Donald Trump said about Liz Cheney constituted a death threat under Arizona law. I'll tell you, under Arizona law, it is illegal to make threats or intimidate someone, can be charged as a Class 1 misdemeanor, Class 6 felony. Chris Mays told me they're looking into it. I asked her whether this was just political speech, free speech. She said we're checking to see if it crossed that line. But she also put it in the larger perspective. If you're here right now, you begin to understand how this place is ready for a high security event on Tuesday, an election. Our sheriff's office is talking about a no tolerance policy for protests. Chris Mays is activating all her agents. Every law enforcement agency in the state is involved with protecting the vote, protecting voters. So that's Chris Mays brought that into the conversation, that for Donald Trump to make these kinds of remarks at this time, such a really fraught and tense moment here in Maricopa County, is just bad.
It's just bad. Good reporting. What you've just witnessed, or what we're hearing now from the Attorney General in the state of Arizona, which is where Donald Trump was rallying with Tucker Carlson when he made the remarks about this, is that they have a zero tolerance policy for protesting, that they are investigating Donald Trump for remarks he made on stage about war. What they're doing is they're telling you that in the state of Arizona, the liberals in charge, the liberal governor, the liberal attorney general, they are shutting down free speech before Election Day. They are shutting down the freedom to peaceably assemble on Election Day. In fact, the only thing that they're not shutting down, which they probably should, is the Drudge Report. Now, at this point, you might be wondering to yourself, Mark Kaye, where can I go to get the real news? Mark Kaye, where do you go to find factual information and cut through all the BS propaganda? Well, the first thing I would suggest is you following and subscribing to our channel. If you subscribe to this channel, great. If you don't, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you click the notifications too, because each and every day I let you know what the real information is, what the truth is, who's attacking you, how they're attacking you, what you need to know, what you don't need to know, and where we really stand as a party and as a country. Also, I've put together a brand new list of every single online resource and news agency that I trust. This is the stuff where I get my information. If I want information and news, if I want to make sure I know what's really happening in the world without the propaganda or the left-leaning BS that you get from the mainstream media, I go to this list here. This is a list of news websites and people on X and experts and polling locations where I know I'm going to get the truth. And I want to share this with you. So if you'd like a copy, please join our ACES community, the American Conservative Empowerment Society. It's right there for you. It's free to join. It's free to get the list. There's a link in the description of this video, or you can access it anywhere by going to InsideAces.com. InsideAces.com, or click on the link in the description. Go there today. Get my list of trusted news sources so you'll never, ever, 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 ever again have to subject yourself to this kind of despicable filth reporting.